Hello again. Welcome back to your 5-minute devotional stop with me, Amy Phillips. I'm on a journey moving from fear to faith, and I hope you'll join me for Just Believe. Hi, friends. Oswald Chambers got me again this week. If you have not read My Utmost for His Highest, I highly recommend that as a devotional. But I'm still trying to really grab hold of what I read last week. He says, through every cloud, He, meaning God, brings our way. And by cloud, He means any hard, dark, desperate circumstance. He wants us to unlearn something. His purpose in using the cloud is to simplify our beliefs until our relationship with Him is exactly like that of a child, a relationship simply between God and our own souls, and where other people are but shadows. So we often hear that hard things, or clouds, as he says, happen because we need to learn something. But this struck me as I read it. He says they're actually for us to unlearn something. We as adult people, we always want to fix things, right? We want it done. We want it out of the way. We want peace, and we don't want to be anxious. I mean, many women complain about men always wanting to just fix the problem. But fixing our problems is not what God is ultimately after. It's hard for us to process this, but His top goal is not for your financial problem to go away or your body to be made completely well. Yes, of course, He wants those things for you because He loves you, but His top goal is that you would know Him and you would know His love. So each hard thing that comes, each trial and tribulation that knocks on our door is a chance. It's an opportunity to unlearn what we know, this adult need to fix things and to make them the way we want them. It's a chance to simplify a little bit more, a chance to roll off what we've known and how we've done things before and become like a little child where it's just us and Him. I love how Oswald described that. Simplify our relationship with God and our own souls to where other people are but shadows. In Matthew 18, we find Jesus, and He says, calling to Him a child, He put him in the midst of them, and He said, truly I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Why a child? Because children's relationships are simple. A child doesn't need anything more than their caretaker. A child just sees the parent or primary caregiver. Everyone and everything else is shadows. Can you imagine this kind of childlike love so deep, so riveting between you and your Father in heaven, that everyone else seems like a shadow? All other people, all other problems, all issues are as shadows as you gaze at your provider, your protector, your caregiver. What do you need to unlearn? All the ways of fixing things, of stopping pain, of being right, of coping with unhealthy patterns. This flips the script on trying to get out of the situation instead of, how can I fix this? It's, I'm unlearning some things right now. I'm becoming more childlike. God is working all things for my good and using these trials and temptations and tribulations, using the pain so I will know Him. A child in a loving home environment doesn't need things stripped away because there aren't so many things built up. But us as an adult, we've had so many experiences, so many people who've wronged us, spoken lies over our lives, so many who've disregarded us, abused us, lied to us. Life doesn't feel very simple, but God wants us to come back to that place of simplicity. He wants us to unlearn what the world has taught us, and trials and hard times can do this in our lives. The clouds that come create perseverance if we walk through them with Him. James 1 says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So hear the Father's words to you today, even if it's hard, even if you can't understand why things have happened the way they have, even if your relationships are nuts, or even if you can't possibly make it one more day in your current situation. Turn those feelings of dread and fear on their end and consider it joy. Why? because you as a child of God are growing in perseverance. And in perseverance, you are becoming mature and complete, not lacking anything. And as you do this, you come to that place that Oswald spoke of, a childlikeness so rested in and laid back on your Father that nothing can get between you and Him. It's such a dichotomy, right? You become mature and complete while you become like a child. God wants our relationship with Him to become simpler and simpler until all the people that have been in your life are as shadows to us, and nothing stands in the way of our view of a good Father. Through every cloud, He wants us to unlearn something and depend more fully on Him. Again, His goal being that we would know Him and receive His love. Through every cloud, you have a chance to persevere, to become mature, and simply be His child. So I don't know where you are today, but I wanted to encourage you, whatever the clouds look like, maybe they're threatening a thunderstorm, or maybe just a cloud covering of your day, consider it joy, friends. Consider Him who called you. Consider His love of you. Consider how all others are but shadows in light of a good Father. Run to Him, and as that perseverance takes hold, you will be like a little child, mature, lacking nothing, and nothing could take you away from the one who loves you best. So may it be, Lord, in me, may it be in you. Make it so that all others are shadows in the light of you. And may you be filled, friends, filled to the measure of the fullness of God as you become like a child in every storm. Do not fear, just believe. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you feel encouraged and strengthened. If you want to connect with me, you can find me at amybphillips.com. See you next time.